What's good? What's good? This is Tico. This is Tico the podcast. I appreciate y'all being part of this movement. Look, it's a blessing anytime you can do something you love doing. And I'm kind of falling in love with this. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Little by little, I'm getting to learn people. Not every day is perfect. I could say that. That's a fact. Not every day I'm like, I want to do this, But I will say this. I'm enjoying the hard work I'm putting in because it's a challenge. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. Also, si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Also, drop a comment in the comment sections. Share this video. Just share this video. It's just that simple. It doesn't cost you money. It doesn't cost you anything extra. We're not here trying to, rig the system. I want organic followers. I want people to actually share it. I want people to actually get in tune with what we got going on. And also, hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop something new, because you definitely got to keep up with your boy for a little bit, just for a little bit, just a little bit. So I keep going back to this artist because he keeps providing us material, right? The type of material this artist keeps giving us is material that needs to be talked about. I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about it. And what I mean by a lot of people, I don't mean like the normal people like us. I'm talking about mainstream. I don't see that. So we're talking about the one and only Tom MacDonald. So I got a chance to check out one of his interviews with Knowles. Michael Knowles is a person, from my understanding, he's in more on the political side of things. But he got a chance to do a reaction to one of Tom MacDonald's new song called Names. And of course, through the process, he's playing the video, he's pausing it, and letting Tom MacDonald put in his 2 cents. And I must admit, it was a great interview. I felt like Tom MacDonald had a lot of things to get off his chest and for other people to see. Lately, what I've been noticing, though, is that he's very political on his raps. But he explained it on his Instagram that people might say he's always talking about certain politics. He's always talking about genders. He's talking about race and all this. But he flipped it saying, if you don't like what you hear, you don't have to hear it. You got your other rappers that talk about women in a provocative way, about the cars they drive, the money they have, and all these luxury things. He's providing you the opposite. And that's a great thing to me, because we need differences. Can you imagine if the world was just speaking about one topic? And it's good that he's tapping into that, because what I've been noticing lately, and maybe y'all could drop a comment in a section, but has hip hop become more of a mainstream platform where they rather promote artists that are talking about basically nothing important, so they could actually dumb down the youth, so they could keep them close-minded like a horse when they're racing right here. Just focus right here. Don't worry about nothing on your left or right. Just keep going straight. That's what it feels like. Unlike Tom MacDonald, and I feel like there's a lot of artists too, not just him, that speak about certain things that might ruffle the feathers, But in this specific interview, with him describing the record Names and the video and the meaning behind it, is so many things he basically hits you right in the head with it. Because when has it become well, let me backtrack. On one of the parts that he was speaking about, he said he has nothing against certain situations happening, but at some point you can't force that on me. And don't quote me, I'm not saying he said it in that exact terms, but he's basically saying, hey, look, whatever you believe in, I'm cool with, I'm not tripping about that. However, you can't force me to change the way I feel because you want me to make you feel better. And that's what I feel like hip hop has become. How can we make these people feel better? Instead of, hey, these are issues going on in this world. Let's speak about them. And look, there's no comparison with Tupac and Tom MacDonald. What I'm saying is that back in the days when Tupac was doing music, where the NWA was doing music, well, the list goes on how many artists were talking about political problems. So why is it a problem for Tom MacDonald to speak about it? When has it become so much of an issue that somebody can express the way they feel or what they feel like is going on that could help out the next generation? And in that specific interview, I was just really just focused on it because I like the fact that you were able to play the video and you're able to get to speak to the artist right then and then. Because now you're hearing it, you know, the old saying, from the horse's mouth. Tom MacDonald to me is the elephant in the room. The artist that nobody wants to speak about. Let's keep them down here, you know, let's keep them as low as we can. But his voice is being heard. Because you got people like myself. I'm an artist myself. And for me to hear that he's doing these records and I'm listening to him, and there's a lot of things that I'm like, he is touching certain subjects that need to be spoken about. Because you have to understand, music reaches so many levels. And what I mean by that is it could be the youngest all the way to the oldest. There is no age in between. That's why I dislike when people say, oh, well, you know, you reach a certain age and you need to grow, right? When you're in the age category, right? How can a 20-year-old relate to a person in their 30s? They haven't lived long enough to speak about what this person in their 30s is doing. Vice versa, a 30-year-old can learn something from the youth. It works together. And I feel like Tom MacDonald is a prime example of being the different, not going with the flow. And that's okay. Because he said it very clear. I don't have a problem with what y'all got going on. But y'all can't force me and go off of feelings and make you feel happy. You can't force me to think like you. You can't force me to be like, oh yeah, I have to do this for y'all. No, he's doing it because this is what he believes in. Good or bad, or however you want to take it. At the end of the day, he's an artist. I'm an artist. I get to paint the picture the way I want to paint it. I get my brush and I just start going. Sometimes it's going to be some street stuff. Sometimes it's going to be some political stuff. Sometimes it's going to be personal stuff. But the brush is still painting. It's still doing some amazing things. But I appreciate y'all, seriously, because I know the following that Tom MacDonald has, because I've been seeing it through my comments. I appreciate y'all, seriously. And I like to have these conversations because I feel like these days, this conversation is being like blocked by so many. I don't know what we fear. We shouldn't fear anything. We should have faith. But subscribe to the channel. Hopefully y'all like what y'all see. Press like. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Also share this video. If you have a Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, share this video. Also drop a comment. You know, I'm going back and forth with y'all in a good way. And also hit the notification bell. And don't forget to visit the website, r2drec.com. You can purchase some of the merchandise, the Have Faith merchandise. I also got other merchandise on there. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, 1.